What is early retirement? I don't know. I was out here finishing up my walk. It's 5:55 a.m. Day two, day two of early retirement. I'm 54 and a half, and I'm retired. This is my second day. It's 24 degrees this morning, better than yesterday at 15 degrees. But I was thinking, I was on my walk, and I was like, you know, what is early retirement? When I think of early retirement, I think of anything before the age of 65. Is it, do some people think it's 62, before 62, or before 59 and a half? Me, I'm thinking it's before 65, So I retired 10 and a half years early. That ain't too bad. Still doesn't feel like I'm retired. I got a bunch of text messages yesterday and some phone calls asking, man, I didn't get to see you at work. Goodbye, or just friends. How's retirement? Sister, mom, friends. How's it feel? Congratulations, you retired. How's it feel? And I'm like, oh, it just feels like a regular day. Yeah, but you're retired. Yeah, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's wonderful. Still doing my normal thing. I'm going to bed at midnight, getting up early. Woke up this morning at I went to bed at midnight. I woke up at 3:35 a.m. I was like, let me go to the bathroom. Went back. I was like, you know what? Let me just go back to bed. Let me see if I can just try to fall back to sleep instead of getting up at 4:30 and going for a walk. So I actually fell back to sleep. That was nice. And I woke up just before 5. I think it was 4:55. I was like, let me go. But I really like walking at 4 in the morning or 4:15 because it's really dead. There's no one out there. And I got a lot of congratulations on my last couple of videos, so that was nice from all you guys. And some people were like, well, what did you do in your former employer? I was there for 23 years. I worked for Spectrum, which is Charter Communications, the cable company, cable, internet. They get mobile phone now. So I started there in 2002. I think it was May of 2002 I started there. I started in customer service. And it was Time Warner Cable then. I was just regular customer service. Thank you for calling Time Warner Cable. This is Peter. How can I help you? You guys suck. Yeah, I know we suck, sir. Yeah, can I have your name and your phone number? Oh, no, you guys suck. You guys are billing me this much. Yeah, sir, yeah, I know we suck. Yeah, I can help you out. No, F you. Click. As soon as that phone hangs up, I go, boop. Thank you for calling Time Warner Cable. This is Peter. He sat there with a headset on all day. I took between 80 and about 120 calls every day from people like you. And wasn't bad. After I met a bunch of my friends that I'm still friends with at Time Warner back then. And it wasn't bad because I just go to work. It was like hanging out in high school. It was just big call center. And I just wanted to get in. When I moved down here in 2002, I just wanted to get into a company that was a big company where I knew I could move up because I knew my work ethic was solid. So I just got into a company, and it just happened to be Time Warner Cable. So I was in customer service for a year and a half. After a year and a half, they started this digital phone, and that was November of 2003. And so I started the digital phone. It was me, 2 other reps, a VP, a manager, and an engineer. It was just 3 of us. And we started off with a bunch of office accounts that we set up. And then we started installing about 10 people a day. And 10 people back then was huge. We had no idea what we were doing, trying to figure out everything from the ground up. it was a good learning experience. But I was there for 4 years in that department. It was called Digital Phone. Actually, yeah, it was Digital Phone, but it was called the PAC Group, PAC, P-A-C, Provisioning and Confirmation. Oh my God, I haven't said that name, those words in forever. Yeah, PAC Group, Provisioning and Confirmation. And we basically did all the provisioning and porting of phone numbers, new phone numbers. Yeah, that was a struggle in the beginning. The first 6 months or a year were a big struggle. We were for Time Warner Cable. Maine was the very first area that rolled out digital phone, and then my area down here in North Carolina was the second area. So, it was a big learning experience. And then I had a supervisor then towards, I don't know, last year of my in that department, that we just didn't get along. She didn't like me and I didn't like her. I was like, all right, you know what, I'm out of here. So I bid out and I got a job in MIS. If it was something information systems, I can't remember what it was, but it basically worked all the backbone of our billing system, pay-per-views, I don't know, all this stuff. It was pretty interesting. I got free pay-per-view back then when I was in this group, because we used to have to set it up, test it, make sure everything was going on well with it. So I was there for 4 years. I was there for 11 months, and that job was rough. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I got there for 11 months, and then I had a buddy that helped me get out of there. He was a director or a senior manager at that point, and he was like, "Hey man, I know you're not happy. We got another position coming up as a coordinator for field ops." The thing was just called tech ops back then. He's like, "Yeah, you might want to bid on this job." I was like, "All right." So I went there, I bid on that job, I got that job. Wonderful. That was a great job. I think there again, I was there for about 4 years in that position, and that was good. I learned a lot, met a lot of people who helped me through the rest of my career. So I think I was in there 3 or 4 years in that role. So that was a tech ops, a field ops coordinator. From there, I knew that the managers and people that were in the CMT group. I forget what CMT meant, but we manage all the contractors, all like the installers. That was our contractors. So we managed that group, and that was the best group I've ever had in any place I ever worked. Like I said, we just managed the contractors, and we worked hard. It was, when I say working hard, I'm not out there digging a ditch, but it was a lot of work all day, just, balls to the wall, nonstop. So again, I think I did that for 4 years. And I usually stay in a position as long as I can, until I get miserable. Like in digital phone, where I had that one supervisor that came on board that we didn't like each other. I was like, all right, I'm out. So I was in contract management for 4 years, and then a couple of people were going to be leaving, and we had new management in there. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get out of here. And again, this is where I met some other people from my other positions. Someone hit me up and was like, "Hey, we got this position that's going to be posted. You might want to check this out." I was like, "All right." And so when it was posted, I checked it out, and I was like, "Dude, is this the position you were telling me about?" And I looked online on our bid site, and he was like, "Yeah, that's the position. Don't worry, man. You can do it. Don't worry." I was like, "All right." So bid on that position, got that position about 8 years ago, and I've been in that, and that was a BDS, Business Development Specialist, and I worked with builders and developers, building relationships with them, builders and developers on new residential subdivisions. It was basically a project management job, but instead of customer service for direct customers like me, you, regular people who have cable or internet, I worked with builders and developers. So builders, they developers, whatever, they want our service in their subdivisions. So we just schmooze them, make sure they're happy, get everything, all their plans, site plans, their dates, when everything's going in. A lot of project management. I mean, me and my counterpart there, Jimmy, I think we manage about anywhere from 900 to 1,200 jobs a month, just going through the jobs. And, a lot of email, some phone calls, a lot of meeting developers out on site, things like that. Great job. And so, yeah. And then I found out I could retire, or realized it. I was like, you know what? I'm out. But Spectrum, if anybody is young, or not even young, I think I was 32 or 33 when I started that job. I think it was 32. And like I said, I started from the bottom. And if you just have a good work ethic and can go in on time, keep your head down, do your job, and go home, don't cause any trouble, you can continue to move up and up and up and up. Like, almost everyone that's in field ops, all the management, directors, senior managers, supervisors, all that, they all started, for the most part, as like a field ops tech. Field ops tech, installing customers, troubleshooting, all that stuff at customers' houses. And, they put in their time, and they, network at work, and then they move up to a supervisor. 3-5 years later, they move up to a manager. 3-5 years later, now they're a senior manager. Now a little bit later, they're a director. After that, they're a VP. So if it's a great company, a lot of people are like, Spectrum sucks. A lot of people just got laid off. It happens with all big companies. And if you're not happy in one department, you go to another department. And their benefits are incredible. I mean, that's how I'm retiring, is from my 401k. Time Warner Cable, before they were bought out by Charter Communications, they had a pension. And then when they got bought out in 2016 or 17, the pension went away, but it just stayed there. So with the money you had in there, it just stayed there, it didn't grow. But my pension is still sitting there. It's not huge. I can start taking it in a month or two if I want, since I'm separated from the company. See, the problem is there, if you take it, before 59 and a half, I would have to pay my 10% penalty. But whatever. And then they have, they match you up to 6%. And I was putting in like 22% with my most I was putting in there. But they match you 6%. You get free internet, free cable, and that's every single channel we have. That's 100% free. So you're saving, $250 a month. The cell phone service is great, and we really didn't get a discount on the cell phone service. Right now, if you have Spectrum Internet, you can get a free year of cell phone service. So, it's absolutely free. I think I was paying $15 a month. But you get, and the health benefits, tremendous. I've been paying for health, I think it was like $35, $36 a month. A paycheck. Vision and dental was like another $5 together. So $40 a paycheck for, full coverage, low deductibles, everything. And they have not increased their employee rates, what we have to contribute, in 10 or 11 years. They've been eating all the, usually most companies go up, whether it's 10, 15, 20, could be $50 a year. For the last 10, 11 years, they have not increased it a penny. So, that was huge. Also, when I was in CMT, that contract management group, and the group I'm in now, so it's like almost 8 years in my current group. Before there, that's like 12 years. I basically had a work truck that entire time. So I wasn't putting miles on my car. gas in my car, wear and tear on my car. I just had a work truck. And, so if I had a good job there and I worked with good people and the job was good, I just stayed in that department. And when I started this new one, the BDS, business development, I was going to get a truck. So, man, I've had like 12 years of not driving my own car. So that's saving gas money. Like I said, wear and tear on your vehicle. So I saved so much money working with Spectrum and in my positions. So if anyone's looking for a job, especially if you're a handy guy or girl, we got girl technicians, you're a handy person, just go in there, apply for a job, be a technician. Start off, you graduate high school, you need a job, you're a handy, you ain't going to college, go. They'll hire you. Just don't be a ding-dong. And you could have a whole career. And yeah, it's amazing. It's pretty it's pretty good. So you can keep your head down. I mean, it's probably like this in most companies, big companies. You just go in, keep your friggin' head down, don't be a ding-dong. You're gonna have a career. You can retire early like me. Woo! So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. That question I got about my job, what I was doing before I retired, came in from someone left a comment on one of my videos in the last couple of days. So if you have any other questions about anything that I've done to retire early, let me know. I'll answer them. And like I said on one of my videos, I'm going to start doing some lives during the day, live videos right here on my phone, answering any questions you guys got and just hanging out with you guys. So you get any questions, post them below. I'll answer them. Retired early. Here we go.